today I'm sharing a tip for those of you who, if you ever found yourself in a place where you're feeling not so great, whether your energy is low or you're feeling like you're in a dark place, whether it's depression or burnout or stress or overwhelm, one of the things that I find helpful for me when I'm in those places is to look to things in my life that are constant. I know that a saying that people will often use as a reminder to try to help someone or encourage them out of a stressful place is, why do you feel that way when there are other people who have less than you? And I know that it's meant to be a thing that's encouraging to that person so they can be grateful for what they have. And while gratitude is good, sometimes when you're in that state, it doesn't help you feel better. It doesn't help you feel good. It just makes you feel worse because now you feel bad for feeling the way that you feel. You might feel like you're feeling ungrateful, and that's not it at all. It's important to acknowledge your feelings and address the way that you're feeling and think about it and why it's important for this stage or this period in your life, and really analyze what you feel so that you can break through it. It's not enough to just cover it up because you feel like there are people in the world who are worse off than you are. So another tip that you can use, and that I often use myself, is to look to things in the world that are a constant for me. For me, my number one is always going to be my faith. So when I'm feeling like life is uncertain and I'm worried and stressed and I feel like I'm not in a good place, I may not be feeling my best, but I can look to the Bible and see what it says about me and how God cares for me, regardless of what I'm doing or who I am or, where my current state in life is right now. It also helps me to sing and worship because it takes my focus off of where I am and what I'm going through now, and it helps me focus again on God and who He is and His grace and His power and His magnificence. And a lot of times just having that small shift snap me out of where I am now is just enough to create a crack in the darkness for me to see my way through. Another thing that you can do that I sometimes find helpful is to journal. I said it's important earlier to really get into your feelings and understand what you're feeling, because if you just keep suppressing them and pushing them down, they'll just keep bubbling back up until you address the problem. So sometimes for me, writing things down in a way that's not to beat myself down or to dwell in what I'm going through, but in a way that allows me to analyze the situation and see, why do I feel this way? Have I felt this way before? Are there other things? Are there specific triggers that are causing this? Is there something that I am doing that I could do better to avoid this in the future? How can I address this right here and now? What is within my power to do so that I can overcome this or better navigate this in the future?